Hello everybody, welcome to YouTube चैनल अंडरश्योर बायोलॉजी। आप देखिए, सुनिए, लाइक कीजिए और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिए एंड आल्सो शेयर टू योर फ्रेंड्स। हम कर रहे हैं क्लास 9 का सिलेबस। प्रीवियसली वी डिड epithelial tissue and connective tissue, and today we will start with the muscular tissue. You know, in case of epithelial tissue, the cells are compactly arranged, they are thin membranous, there is no intercellular spaces. But in case of connective tissue, cells are widely spaced. They are embedded in the matrix secreted by the cells themselves. Matrix might be fluid as in case of blood and lymph. It is called as plasma. It might be dense as in case of areolar tissue. It might be soft as in case of cartilage tissue. It might be hard as in case of bone tissue. So today we will do muscular tissue. Muscles, they are present in the entire body, all around the organs. They are present below the skin. They are present in between the bones and between the organs. The muscles form 30 to 40% of the mass of the body. And muscular tissue is composed of cells which are of different types, and depending upon the structure and function, the muscular tissue is of 3 types. That is skeletal muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles. Skeletal muscles. How skeleton is formed? It is formed by the connective tissue bones. Skeletal muscles, as the name implicates, they are attached to the bones. They help in locomotion. Their contraction and relaxation help in locomotion of arms, locomotion of limbs. All these are skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles, they are voluntary in function. That is, if we want that, we want to move. We want to move our hand, we want to move our arm, we want to move our limbs, then we will move and muscles will contract and relax and help in locomotion. That's why these are called the voluntary muscles. They only respond when we want to do. These skeletal muscles, they are present between the bones. They are attached to the bones, help in locomotion. And they are formed of cells which are long, cylindrical, showing the alternate bands, light and dark bands. So the appearance is striated. Striations are formed. That's why it is also called as the striated muscles. These cells, they are long, cylindrical, show the alternate and dark and light band. They form the striations. They are multinucleate. Many of the cells group together to form a muscles along with the connective tissue. And these are called as the striated muscle fibers. These are called the striated muscles. So striated muscles, they have striations. They are multinucleate. They are voluntary in function. They only will respond when we want. When we want to move, then they will contract and relax. Then next is, they are called as skeletal muscles because they are attached to the bones. Then is smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are formed of cells which are spindle shaped. These cells are spindle shaped. They are uninucleate. And they are present in the organs, in the hollow organs of the body, around the blood vessels as well. As in case of, you can say, in intestine, liver, kidney, they are present in the lungs. These smooth muscle fibers, they are present in the hollow organs of the body. And these muscles, they work themselves. You know, digestion is ingestion, digestion, respiration, activation, it's working at its own. So here in all these systems, smooth muscles are present. So smooth muscles, they are involuntary in function. They are involuntary. They are, skeletal muscles are voluntary. Then we come to cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscles, it is formed of cells which also have striations, which also have alternate light and dark bands. They are striated in appearance, but they are branched and they are uninucleate. They are branched and uninucleate. They are present around the heart and help in working of the heart, contraction and relaxation of the heart. So this is all about the muscle, muscular tissue. So what is the characteristic of muscle? Muscle, it has four properties: excitability, they are contractile, they are extendability, they can extend, and they are elastic as well. So muscles, they have, muscular cells, they have these properties. Excitability, that is, they respond to the stimuli, they get excited. Contractile, they contract, they can contract. Extendability, they can be stretched, and elasticity, when they are stretched, they can again regain to their position. So that is called as the elasticity. This is all about the muscular tissue. In the human being, more than 600 muscles are present, and they form 30 to 40% of the body mass, and they present all around the visceral organs, the bones, everywhere muscles are present. This is all about the muscular tissue. Then we do nervous tissue. So what is the function of muscular tissue? Its function of the muscular tissue is locomotion, functioning of the organs, contraction of the organs in case of involuntary muscles. Then we come to nervous tissue. Nervous tissue control and coordinate all the body activities. All the activities, they are under the control of nervous tissue. Nervous tissue has two parts: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system, that is called the CNS and PNS. Central nervous system. And peripheral nervous system. So nervous tissue, it forms central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous, as the name implicates, present in the center of the body. It consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain and spinal cord, they are the part of the central nervous system. And peripheral nervous system, it consists of nerves, peripheral nerves arising from spinal cord. Central nerve tissue is composed of two kinds of cells. Nervous tissue, entire nervous tissue, central as well as the peripheral nervous tissue, composed of two kinds of cells: neurons and neuroglia. It is formed of two kinds of cells, neurons and neuroglia. neurons and neuroglia. Neurons, they are actually nervous in function. Neurons consist of cells which has cell body, this cell body has conspicuous nucleus as well as subcellular organelles, and from the cell body arise many processes which are branched. These are protoplasmic extension. These are called as the dendrites. Dendrite. And one long process which is called as the axon. It is called as axon. This axon has at the end nerve endings. Processes which are called as the nerve endings. This is structure of neuron. Neuron has main cell which is called as cell body or the soma. This cell is very conspicuous, has nucleus as well as subcellular organelles, and its protoplasm is extended into branch structures, branch processes which are called as the dendrites, many branch processes, and one large long process which is called as the axon. Axon ends in the nerve endings. So one neuron is connected to the another neuron by a junction which is called as synapses through these nerve endings. That junction is called as the synapses. Neuroglia cells, these neurons, they can't divide. They have lost the power of division. They are amitotic. They are not mitotic. So once they are damaged, they can't be repaired. However, neuroglia, they are surrounding the neurons. They protect the neurons. They support the neurons. They provide the nourishment to the neurons, and they form the sheath around the neurons, which is called as the myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. Many of the neurons, they are grouped together to form nerves and the nervous tissue. And they are connected with each other by connective tissue. So, what is the function of the neurons? Neurons, there are of two types, sensory neurons and motor neurons. Sensory and motor. And autonomous. Third type is autonomous. Sensory neurons, they receive the stimuli. They receive the impulse, that is called the nerve impulse. Then this impulse is conducted through other neurons, chain of neurons, which are connected with each other through the axon nerve ending and synapses in between the two neurons to the brain. Brain again send the impulse, send the message. They are receptive in function. Sensory neuron, they receive the impulse, they convey it to the brain. Then brain send the message through the motor neurons what to do, how to react. For example, if we enter into light room, from the dark room in the light room, our eyes will open wide. And if we, our eyes won't be open wide. And if we enter the dark room, it will open wide. So if we touch a hot subject, we will push our hand. So, touching the hot subject, feeling it, that is conduction of the impulse. Now, impulse goes to the brain sends the message, and we pull our hand towards us. Followed? So, their function is to receive the message and to convey the message. Sensory neurons receive the messages, convey to the brain, the spinal cord, and send to the messages, and they are sent to the specific organs or where we have to react. So this is all about. And autonomous nervous system, that they function themselves, just like they are rising from the spinal cord, and the function which occur themselves, reflex action, you can say. This is all about nervous system. So nervous tissue is formed of two kinds of cells, neurons, which are actually nervous. And many of the neurons, they are bound together by connective tissue to form the nerve fiber. These neurons, they are also called as nerve fibers. And they also form the part of neurons, they are present in the brain as well as in the spinal cord. And each neuron, single cell, is called as neuron. It has specific cell body, which is called as soma. It has nucleus and many protoplasmic branch processes, which are called the dendrites, and single large process, which is called the axon. This axon may be many meters large. So message is received by some kind of neuron, that is called the sensory, and is passed through many neurons to the brain, and message is conveyed through another type of neurons, which are called the motor neurons, to the organs. Neuroglia, they are non-nervous in tissue. They are not nervous. They are nutritive in function. They provide nutrition to the neurons. They protect the neurons. They are mitotic. They can divide and be divided. But neurons, they are amitotic. And they form a myelin sheath around the neurons. So what is the function of nervous tissue? Nervous tissue is control and coordinates all the vital activities of the body. All the activities, whether they are voluntary, whether they are involuntary. Whether we receive any stimuli and direct it, that is also under the control of nervous system. If it is involuntary, which is happening in all the organs which are functioning automatically, that is also under the control of nervous system. This is all about nervous tissue. So muscular tissue, nervous tissue, we have done already, epithelial tissue and connective tissue. These are the 4 kinds of animal tissue. I think you might have followed. Listen it, like it, share it, and subscribe it. That would be very good. And next time we will do next chapter, hierarchy of classification. Okay, good day, bye. Thank you.